Hello, this is Kayla Schreiber. I think the name is still Joshua and Kayla Shorehouse YouTube. I wasn't going to do this video at first, because I thought it would hurt too much. One of our subscribers recommended it. Jason Collin, I think that's how you say his last name. He told me if I wanted to do a video on my feelings of how I feel right now. And I wasn't going to at first, but I just told Josh I wasn't going to because I thought it would hurt too much, but maybe it might help me through this process. So, here's how everything went down. Last night, brace you guys yourself too for this, because what I'm about to say might even shock you guys, might or might not. You might already thought that he was that type of guy, I don't know, but anyway, so just brace you guys yourself. But last night, my heart was broken. It all started by a text message. I text Josh, I guess my now current ex, again. Ouch. I texted him last night about our daughter. My daughter, our daughter, his daughter, whatever. Faith. And was telling him, because she's been very sick. She's been having fevers. I think she's actually getting better today, so that's good. She was going to have to be ran up to the emergency room if she wasn't good, but anyway, she's getting better now, I believe. And I texted him throughout the day about her and left him multiple voice messages, just trying to contact him to let him know so he knew what was going on with her, because he considers her our daughter, his daughter, too, because he loves her and everything, and, you know, that type of thing. I don't know how he still feels about her now. I'm sure he still cares, and, you know, I don't think you're going to stop caring about somebody you consider your own just because you choose not to be with somebody. But, anyways, so I texted him, and he finally responded back to me, just telling me that he was going to be busy this weekend with his son, little Josh, and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, well, you've been busy all this time, and now I think I figured out why he's been busy and pulling away and slowly quit talking to me. But, I texted him, and he responded and told me. Then I kept telling him repeatedly, I love you, and no response, but all response according to Faith, because that's why I was trying to contact him, was in regards to Faith. And I just had the most awful feeling when he wasn't responding, because 2 days prior to that, I did get a last message from him that he loved me. 2 days, keep in mind, 2 days prior to this. So last night, he still told me he loved me. And he still called me his nickname he gave me, Angel and Princess and stuff like that, so I thought everything was fine because of that. But little did I know what was going on until just last night, you know, trusting him, thinking he would never hurt me because he promised me he would never hurt me, he would never leave me because I'm the one that he wanted to be with and he didn't want to be with anybody else and that type of thing, you know. But anyways, and I told him, I'm like, I get the feeling that you don't want to tell me you love me back. And eventually he responded back with, you know, that he didn't love me anymore. He told me that in a text that, and all of this is through a text. No guts and nerves to call me on the phone and tell me that he didn't want to be with me. But all through a text message. I deliberately, strongly dislike finding out somebody's breaking up with me through a text message, or doesn't love me anymore, or that seeing somebody else, or something like that through a text. Anyways, you know, so that's the hardest part about this, is he didn't even have the nerve to call me, more so because he was watching a movie. Nonetheless, I think he was watching a movie with her, so that's why he didn't call. It's like, it's not that hard to really pause a movie just so you can call a current fiance to tell her all this stuff, you know. But anyways, so let's just get back. He texted me, told me that I asked him this was the reason why he was not telling me he loved me back. He said yes, and then right there, my heart just stopped. I just had no purpose in life at that very moment. It's like, what? Like, okay, you're supposed to be loving me unconditionally, right? You're with somebody, and you know, they're supposed to love you unconditionally. So there should be no reason for him, just because he had a hard day, not to love me, right? And so that's when it all happened. First he started out with this little lie that, and right there, because it's not the first time he's told me this. So anytime he's ever told me, I don't have time to be in a relationship because things are hard, that's right there is the moment I know that he has feelings for somebody else. Because the first time, when he was still married, mind you, he told me that he didn't have time for a relationship. And then little did I know that he was falling for somebody else. This time, you know, thinking, you know, I can trust him and stuff like that, he tells me, and I knew this was a lie because it's not the first time that I heard it. So being sent back in memory lane when he first told me this, when I was actually in a house, you know, the same thing. So my heart was just racing as I'm getting this text saying that I'm like, he's got time for a relationship. There's somebody else. So I text him back and I'm like, do you like somebody else? And he said, yes, I do. And I'm like, I don't know, you know. So I start texting him back, telling him, reminding him that we're meant to be together and stuff, you know, fighting for him, fighting for somebody I love and I don't want to lose, you know. That being that in Oregon right now, being long distance currently yet, the only way I possibly know how to fight for my man, or for, you know, right now my ex, but fighting for him currently, you know. I didn't want to lose him and stuff like that, and, you know, just trying to see if I can work things out with him, you know. He didn't even, and that's the other thing, he didn't even try to work it out with me. He, you know, but yeah, and then he avoided this other, I had a feeling that he also had to been cheating on me, because I kept asking him, and then he finally said, yes, he cheated on me. So, he cheated on me. That's what I was telling you guys to brace yourself for. He cheated on me. And then, after, in the process of breaking up with me, telling me that he liked somebody else. And I know who they are. And what is pretty sick. Because, you know, cheated on me with somebody that's old enough to be his mother. So it's like, wow. Okay, that's right there, the kind of guy, you know, it's like, why? You know? And I even asked him why, and then he tells me because I was upset and cheating on your woman that you're supposed to love and want to spend the rest of your life with because you're upset. There's no reason to cheat on somebody. So, in the process of him breaking up with me and leaving me without any explanation until just this afternoon is when I found out why. Because he thinks I'm controlling, you know. He thinks I'm sometimes controlling and stuff. But really what he told me, just because I would call him before a movie was over, and he said he was going to call me instead of being patient. Yes, instead of being patient and waiting for that phone call or text that he said, even if I was about to go to bed, that's still not controlling, you know. It's just called being impatient and not waiting. So I guess he didn't like that, and he thought I was trying to turn his friends against him, which I wasn't. So I guess, you know, he didn't even want to try and, you know, he just called it quits. Didn't even want to work on it. Didn't want to talk to me about what I was doing and what he wasn't liking. Just, you know, decided not to love me anymore, I guess. And then he tells me it's because all different types of things, you know, that I'm rushing him into marriage when I wasn't. I didn't think I was. I don't know, but yeah. So anyway, so that's what went down with that. And I'm just very hurt. I feel like I feel like I trusted him, you know, to follow through with what he said, you know, that we would work on our relationship, and he wouldn't let it fall apart, and he would talk to me and stuff, but I don't know, none of that even happened. You know, he was supposed to love me, and I still feel like me and him are meant to be together, but you can't make a person want to be with you, so what are you gonna do, right? So that's my feelings, and this is how I feel. I feel hurt and betrayed because he told me and promised me up and down that I'm the only girl that he wanted to be with and that he always thought of. And then I find out that you know, he's doing this other stuff. It's like, wow, I trusted him. You know, you trust somebody that's supposed to love you, and keep their word and promise, and you know, it's like you go and say your vows in front of God, and then they go stab you in the back. He still, of course, wants to be friends, but I don't know. It's going to take me a long, long time to get to that point. So he wants to be friends, but right now, I want it. I still want to be more than friends, but you know, doesn't think it can work, I guess. Didn't even try to work with me or fix it or anything, you know. Not much effort right there. I was fighting. You know, there's only so much fighting you can do for somebody. If they don't want to work with you, nothing you can do about it. Just have to let it go, I guess. You know what they're saying? If a person comes back, it was meant to be, and it was you, and you know, and if they don't, they were never yours to begin with. But I don't know, that he did come back to me though. He got out of his marriage, and he did come back to me. But I don't know. I honestly just feel like I'm maybe better off being single, maybe better off not being in a relationship, because every relationship just maybe happiness, me being happy is not cut out for me. Maybe I'm supposed to make my own self happy. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. That's just how I am feeling right now. I'm feeling like, oh man, I have to do another video. I'll see you guys in the next video.